Hello.
It's my first time here.
Oh, welcome.
Yeah, Tanya has just become my mentor for business broker transaction.
That's
Here,
fantastic.
yeah, I follow her for some times. I'm based here in Northern California. So, my background is actually doing land development, and I came across with some business transactions, and that's how I talked to Tanya, and she gave me some advice. And now I think EXP commercial required now that I have to have mentor, even though you cannot just consult, your colleagues. So that's why I was like, oh, Tanya, I need your help to be my mentor to sign off some of my requirement with the EXP commercial. So I'm here.
So you're commercial, so I'm clear. You're a commercial
Can you hear
agent
me?
with.
Hello?
I can hear you. I can hear
Oh, okay.
you. You're a commercial agent with EXP, and you've gone through your IBBA training.
Yeah, IBBA and CABB. Yeah.
Okay. And so are you having fun yet?
Yeah, I do have about 7 listings so far. It would be retail, but it's not my cup of tea, to be honest, to do business brokerage. I came from land development background, so that's kind of my niche. And it just happened to have client interested too. And they all are restaurants, retails. So this is kind of new for me. So yeah, yeah.
Well, I am personally, we've had some of the same issues with restaurants. I mean, in Seattle last year, I don't know how many they closed, but I mean, you could pick up a location fairly easy. There were just a lot of restaurants that just closed. And then right now we've got a winery and a brewery, I think, and they're restaurant combinations they want to sell. And but these kind of businesses are tough right now. And,
yeah, it is. And the reason why they're selling, because it's kind of downturn economy, so they want to sell and get out.
So who's the buyer, right?
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
wants to buy that business? And so I'm of the opinion on both of the ones I just mentioned. I'm of the opinion. Well, one of them has a winery, and it doesn't have a vineyard. It has, they make wine and they buy the grapes. That has value, lots of value. The location has value for a venue. So I'm looking for other things other than just the restaurant side of things.
So this is my niche too. I deal a lot with investor overseas. So they would like to utilize the visa status like E2, EB2, EB5 as an investor.
Got it.
Yeah. So the business here, I mean, still have potential for investor overseas that they want to focus on visa status, rather than the business, how they perform. Obviously, they consider the business profitable as well, but the goal is, to utilize EB5 visa status. So so that's kind of something that's, a little. Beside dealing with business broker transaction, you deal with immigration lawyer and stuff, and transact the paperwork and kind of investor structure contract. So that's something new for me. Is like
that's really a niche, but if you become a niche provider,
yeah,
opportunity, I would assume. Now we're up in Canada area. I mean, we're only an hour and a half south of Canadian border, so in Seattle, and so we have that kind of issue up here too. We have people coming across the border that want businesses, so we haven't forgotten that market. So we make sure that we at least let people in Canada across the border know that these businesses are available. I'm not sure that we would focus on that particular clientele or not, but it's a possibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
Restaurants, so yeah, that's a tough one.
A lot to learn so
Yeah.
far.
But
Yeah.
it seems to me, now this is just me talking, but it seems like it's a very romance motivated purchase sometimes. People love the restaurant business. They love that industry. They love to cook and serve. And I've been around restaurant owners all my life, and it seems like they're all kind of romantic and not necessarily good at what they do, but they're fairly romantic. so there's a buyer out there for these restaurants. I
Yeah.
hope. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, and speak of restaurants, that's more, I dig deep into it. When dealing with investor, they want to purchase a Senti restaurant, meaning they will buy out the owner, but the owner stay. There will be ownership of the restaurant, so they don't want to go in cooking and do anything. They are investor, so that also interesting, the way how they analyzed profit and loss, the way how they payroll, they have the whole investor, restaurant investor, like interesting for me. That's like, to learn.
Yeah, that's the difference between SDE and business and EBITDA, right? EBITDA typically is manager operated businesses where you can afford to bring someone in and run the business and you're the investor. The SDE is basically the seller's discretionary earnings, so it's an owner operation. And so I would assume anything like that, Kay, you would have to ask the seller why they're selling. Why are you selling? The motivation for a lot of these is, I'm tired, I want to get out of here. So he's not even going to talk to somebody that wants him to stay anyway. So that's a big deal. I think Tanya would tell you that selling business is about 50% emotional, psychology, personal, all the above. And the rest of it might be financial and that's it. But it's really a lot of lifestyle issues related to business.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have any comment about that? You can disagree with me if you want.
I'm quite sure it's a personal attachment, that the business owners have, with their businesses, especially if they've been in business for a while. So well, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them, that's their identity. Business is their identity. I was in the commercial side of real estate, and you have to do that. And of course, going into business brokering, as Tanya will tell you, it shouldn't take it lightly, because it's a slower burn. It's going to take longer. The commissions are much higher, right? But you really do earn them. And understand, I was a business consultant, and one of the things that I learned, and it was not big business. It wasn't where I went and talked to a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. They didn't need me. But these smaller companies, I'd ask them, why do you do this? It's a legitimate question when you're talking to a business owner. Why do you do this? And then listen to them. Don't assume anything. And it's interesting what they'll tell you, because no one really asks questions to each other. No one's interested in each other, right? Many people ask you, how are you doing today? Are they really interested in how you're doing? And so you have to make it sincere. Why are you in this business? And it's, if you find out certain things, and because Tanya said this last meeting, I don't know if you recall, you get right down to the signing of the sales agreement. The buyer comes in, wants the business, he's paying what the seller's asking and the seller backs out. Why is that? That's a question. Anyone have any thoughts?
Emotional attachment.
Yeah.